With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a compelling AFC matchup for you, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And when I watch him play, all I think about is the word improvement. Every season in the league, he finds a way to get better and has become just as dynamic with his arm as he has with his legs. 41 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions in 2024. His big goal now, getting his team to a Super Bowl. Plenty of success during the regular season. Now they want to win in playoff time. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson from the shotgun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
One of the classiest quarterbacks in the NFL, and always in a difficult position because he has the skills to be a starter, but there's usually a youngster behind him that they're grooming, and they want on the field. But when given an opportunity to be the guy, he's led teams to the playoffs, and he's also gone to the Pro Bowl. A great combination of arm and legs, not to mention a brilliant mind.
Hall on a give up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So still a scoreless game in the 1st, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Throwing is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. The quick feet by Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Play action, it's Taylor. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. Straight ahead is Hall. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
They'll run with Hall. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Now Taylor. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground with Hall. And they'll get him down right about the 20. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the short.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. John Mechie, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Folk connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. This will be complete to Mechie. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Play action, now Taylor. Looking deep here for Mechie. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And this is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On third down, here's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Wester on the return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Jackson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Here's Williams to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Here's a give to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Let's go now.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for Jets. 1st down, Jets.
7-7, our score after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now it's Taylor. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Taylor. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, Can you reward yourself by keeping him on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, 15 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now Folk for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. 3rd down, turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now it's Jackson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
A handoff for Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Hall again on 2nd down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They go play action now. Taylor. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. Down to the 10. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Taylor. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now Hall. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. Now 2nd and 3. They go play action with Taylor. That's complete to Lazard. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this 1st half alone as he's got a 1st down on that last catch. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the 1st half. Now Taylor to throw. Got a man, and he hit. And oh, it caught up. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Second and short now following the fumble. They'll run here with Hall. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Touchdown! John Mechie with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are going to take the lead. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Oh, what a move. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Hall. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now Taylor. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Mike Green in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Move to the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Now it's Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Jets take it over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw is Taylor. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's another Jets first down.
And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Gato and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. This is Hall. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Give to Hall running right to the 43, second down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Throw over the middle, he's got Rucker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 8. Play action, it's Taylor. Across the formation, he finds Rucker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A first down carry for Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Play action. Now Taylor. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. On for the extra point is Folk. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Taylor to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle to Davis. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Come on. 60.
Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Jackson now. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Here is 3rd and 5. Now Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Jackson going to keep it, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They begin with a run by Davis. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's Taylor. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. More Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
I know I'm supposed to do the analysis here, but I've got to ask, how did he stay alive that long in the pocket?
Yeah, great footwork, which we know he has. If he would have been able to stay alive, get rid of the ball, or run for some yardage, he would have had a very unhappy defensive coordinator, I believe.
No doubt about that.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Draw play. This is Henry. Bulldozes past him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A 1st down carry for Henry. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First carry now for Justice Hill. And a short gain here down to the 22. They work now on 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now here's Davis to run again on second. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs, and that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it again here with Davis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Come on.
They'll run with Allen. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Davis will try to run for it. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Isaiah Davis, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second down and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Oh, bowls over it. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. They can't tackle him. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Sit on! Sit on!
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Will McDonald able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he is caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 49 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
On his loop for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. And here's Davis to run again on second. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. It's Davis on the counter. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
That's good for a Jets first down. A gain of 15. And the Jets first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take the like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now here's Davis to run again on second. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Again, it's Davis. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Oh, he shifts past him. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd and 6. Inside give to Davis. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Davis. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. 3rd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. He's got the hook up to Hopkins. And he will have a Ravens first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They go play action with Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Now it's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. To throw again is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
10 more yards. That's another Baltimore.
To throw is Jackson. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and...
Now it's Jackson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Jackson now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
3rd and goal, Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And it would appear the Jets are going to win this football game. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So it's a win here for the Jets, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, there's no question who the star of this game was. What a performance throwing the football. Over 300 yards, 4 touchdown passes. That's quarterbacking at an elite level.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gato. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.